I am Saurabh Singh and I'm a noob developer and I'm learning blockchain nowadays. So from thumbnail and from this poster, we already know what we are going to do today. We'll learn a bit Solidity to compile and deploy Solidity on Remix. I'll go through all these basic terms and keywords first. So, and also the prerequisites, I'll explain how to install Ganache and Metamask and how to use them. So let's get started. Getting started with Solidity. Now, so what will be our class structure? So firstly, I'll explain some of the keywords which we are going to use in this, then the pre-requirements and installations like Ganache and Metamask. And the third one, I'll show you the first Solidity program, which we both can do it on Remix IDE. And similarly, we can deploy, you can start doing with me. Now, next. So some of the important terms which we are going to use, if you already know, it's good for you. And I'll explain one by one all these terms. First is blockchain, then Solidity, then smart contracts, then Web3, and then Remix IDE. So blockchain. Have you ever wondered that if there is any easier way to complete transaction without involvement of online wallets or banks? So blockchain makes it possible for us. Cryptocurrencies are also a form of digital virtual currency which runs on this technology. So these cryptocurrencies don't require any central authority. They're protected by strong and complex encryption. And the technology behind these are blockchain. So blockchain is basically essential digital ledger of transaction that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems. And each block in a chain contains a number of transactions, and every time a new transaction occurs in blockchain, a record of that transaction is added to that ledger. So if you don't understand blockchain, you can go through all the YouTube tutorials and you can directly search. There are a lot of good Medium articles which will explain from basics. Now I'll go forward. These are some of the main properties of blockchain. It is programmable, secure, anonymous, unanimous, timestamp, immutable. It can't be changed. That's a good thing. And distributed. All network participants have a copy of the ledger. So for complete transparency. The second keyword, which is smart contracts. So what is a smart contract? These are programs that we write in lines of code which will be self-executed and in terms of contract between buyer and seller. So these are known as smart contract. Now we'll go to the next. What is a Solidity? Solidity is an object-oriented programming language for writing smart contracts. It is influenced by C++, Python, and JavaScript. So if you know a bit of those, you can easily start to learn Solidity. Now, it is used for implementing smart contracts on various blockchain platforms and mainly, most notably, Ethereum. The fourth term which we are going to use is Web3.js. So the Web3.js is a collection of libraries which will help us to interact with local or remote Ethereum node. Basically, if you are programming on your system using Truffle framework, we'll know what is a Truffle framework in other video. Truffle framework basically it helps us to program write smart contracts on your system. And in today's video, we are going to write smart contracts on a browser that is Remix. So we have to write a program as a client side for Web3.js, which will interact with browser blockchain using wallets such as Metamask. So I'll explain Metamask in a bit. I'll go through the next keyword. This is a Remix IDE. So Remix IDE is a powerful open source tool that will help you to write Solidity contracts straight from the browser, and then you can compile and deploy in Remix and see how it runs. Now, what are the prerequisites and installations we needed? We need either a Chrome browser or a Brave web browser. We need a Remix IDE, which I already told you, and we need two other applications. The first one is Ganache, which is a personal blockchain, and a Metamask, which is a wallet. I'll go through one by one. First one is Ganache. It's a personal blockchain for rapid Ethereum and application development. It will give you number of addresses which contain Ethereum. I'll just show you. And the second one is Metamask. It is a software cryptocurrency wallet which is used to interact with Ethereum blockchain. Now I'll tell you how to install Ganache and Metamask. Now I already have installed Metamask and Ganache in my system, so I'll tell you how to install. This is Metamask. Now I'll show you in the Brave web browser. So if you click on Ganache, so on this website, this already detects your system, and you can click on download. It will download an appx file, which will be directly installed using Windows App Installer. So after you install this Ganache, you'll see a page like this, and you have to click on Quick Ethereum, and you'll come to this page. In this page, we see all these addresses and their balance. In each balance has 100 Ethereum. These are not real Ethereum. These Ethereums are only for testing. So this is also called as personal blockchain. Now I'll explain you how we are going to use MetaMask. Now we go on MetaMask. It's a Chrome extension which can be downloaded on both Brave or Chrome. No, not this. I'll go back. MetaMask Chrome extension. Here we see that it will already detect the system, and I actually downloaded this MetaMask. When we click on this, I'll just download it again. Let's add to Brave, add extension. It will download the Chrome extension, and it will directly get added. This is Ethereum. I support Ethereum. So where are you? MetaMask. Still adding to Brave. Checking. So after the extension get added, you have to start the wallet, and before starting the wallet, it has been added to Brave. Now we'll open MetaMask. As we open it, we get started. Now, if you are already using MetaMask as a wallet, you can import wallet, or if you are a new user, you can create a wallet. I'm creating a wallet in Brave browser. Now, to click on I agree, which will take you to the next page. You will have to make a password. We have children in my neighborhood. Now, after creating a password, it will take you to the next page where it will show you how we are going to use our secure wallet. It's getting hanged. I don't know why. Wait a second. Now, after you set up the MetaMask wallet, it will show you this click here to reveal secret words. It will give you a 12-word secret, which you have to copy on your system and save it for later. If you want to import the wallet, you will be needed this secret words. Now I am saying remind me later. It took to this page. Now my MetaMask is open. Now you can see that we are connected to this Ethereum mainnet. Now we don't have to connect to this Ethereum mainnet. We have to connect to our local Ganache file, local blockchain, our personal blockchain. So how we are going to connect to our personal blockchain? I'll just show you. I'm just dividing the page into two parts because I have to copy and paste. Now we can see now on clicking this Ethereum mainnet, we'll go to custom RPC. On custom RPC, wait, I'll just cut this and open it here. Let's cut it. Okay. Now here you can see this Ethereum mainnet. Now we have to connect to custom RPC, which will connect us to our personal blockchain. We'll open Ganache. Now we'll connect to custom RPC. What is the network name you want to? You can give any name. I'm giving Ganache 1 or this RPC URL. When we go on Ganache with this RPC server, you just have to copy this, then paste this. A chain ID is constant 1377. Which chain ID is this? Just check me. Just wait a second. Chain ID for Metamask. Chain ID for Metamask is, what is the chain ID for Metamask? Seven 1337. Yeah, it's 1337. So it's not 1377. It's 1337. Now this chain ID is currently used by localhost 84545. You can ignore this. Now you just have to save. After saving this, you can see our system is connected to Ganache 1, but you can see that we don't have any Ethereum in our account. Now for getting Ethereum in our account, we have to click on this profile and then import account. For importing account, we need a private key, and in this in our Ganache, we see all these addresses. We click on this show keys, and I'm just copying this private key, and then I'm pasting it here, Control V. We see that this has 100 Ethereum in the balance, and after importing, you can see that this is connected to Ganache 1, and it has 100 Ethereum. You can see the account is 0 into 66D7 ending with 4965. 63D7 ending with 4965. So we have successfully connected our Ganache or our Metamask with our personal blockchain. Now the next part is we have to go to the remixethereum.org, which is a browser IDE. It is an open source tool that will help us to write Solidity contracts. It's just loading. Now after it get open, I'll just explain one by one. Now we'll go through our first Solidity program. I made this program on this Chrome browser. I'll just show you for your viewing. This is my Remix ID Ethereum. I made this very simple Solidity program. First Solidity program, just like bank system, we can check the balance, we can deposit balance, we can withdraw balance. Now we can see, I'll just copy paste the program. I'll explain first. Now this pragma Solidity, this version is 0.814. When we go on Solidity compiler, we see the compiler version is 0.814. So we just copy this, and it should be same version so that it supports the compiler. Now we are making our first contract. I named it first, and we are initializing a variable bal, which will store the balance of the account. Now I'm making a constructor, so that program, if a program runs, the constructor invokes itself, and the balance also get updated as the program starts. Now I made three functions. First method is for getting the balance, if you want to know the balance, how much balance is in our system, and it is just for read only, so we used view, and anyone can see, so publics, and it returns a balance variable, so we are returning an integer variable. Now the other method is deposit balance. We can deposit balance in our contract, and balance is an integer variable where we'll give the input the amount we want to deposit, and this method will directly deposit as it is it will be deployed on blockchain. So for every transaction it will take some gas fees which will be taken from Metamask. That's why we are using Metamask as a wallet. Sorry, I didn't told you earlier. For depositing and for withdrawing both, we will be using Metamask Ethereum gas fees. Now I'll show you. I have already compiled, and this I deployed my transaction. For example, if I click on get balance, I see my balance is 50. Now if I want to add 100 more, I give the input 100 and I click on deposit balance. We have now 3 buttons, which is equal to the number of functions which we have used in our program. After, when we click on deposit bal, it will automatically open this Metamask Chrome extension. Now it is asking for permission that this number of gas fees will be deducted from our Ethereum. I'll just show you this in our web browser also. After confirming, we'll see all the logs are written here. So it has been the transaction has been done. Now if we click on get balance, we see that our balance is updated to 150. So this is our first program, and I'll just show you an Ethereum. I'll just delete all this. Start with scratch. Deleting all this. Delete. So I've deleted everything. In our test file, we'll create a file named first.sol. So .sol is for Solidity program. After clicking, we have a first SL, and when we click on this compiler, we'll see that the version is 0.8.4. You can change the version, but I'm keeping the same so that I can copy the program from this IDE. Control C. Now, yeah, this program which we copied earlier, it's shown here. So you can just write this program. This is so easy, just 20 lines of code. You can just screenshot it and write in your Remix ID. Now we go to our compile. Now we have a language set in Solidity, and click on auto compile and hide warning, and I'm compiling. Now we're seeing that it's compiling. Now my program has been compiled. Now we need to deploy so that it will be connected to blockchain. So for deploy, this is the main part. It's the environment here is in JavaScript. You can do this in JavaScript, but I'll tell you how we are going to connect it to the MetaMask wallet. We click on this and then inject Web3. As I told you earlier, Web3 is a client-side code which will help us to connect to the browser-side wallet, which is MetaMask. Now, what is happening to it? Yeah, as I injected Web3, it automatically opens this MetaMask. Now let's see, it's asking for permission to connect with the Remix. We'll click on connect. Now we see that this automatically detects the account. This is the same account. We have 100 Ether. This is the account. 6604965, and we have 100 Ether in our account. Now, for every transaction, this much amount of gas fee it's showing. Now we'll see how much gas fee is needed. Now we'll click on whatever contract we are writing. For example, I just have written first.sl. Select this first.sl and then deploy. And now it's deploying. You see that it needs some transaction fee before deploying. So this much transaction fee is needed before deploying, 0.004276, and we'll confirm the transaction. And we'll see here that our program has been deployed successfully. And when we click on our Metamask, let's see how much amount has been detected. We can see that for our last transaction 0.0046 or whatever, this much amount has been detected. Now I'll show you the transactions more for addition, for balance, withdrawing and depositing, and more amount of gas fee will be detected. So just stay with me. Now we have to just click on this. We see that for our three function, our three buttons are available, which I showed you earlier in my Google Chrome. Now we get balance. We see that we have 0 balance. Now if I want to add 300, if I want to deposit 300 amount, I click on deposit balance. Now it will open our Metamask and will ask for permission. Let's see how much gas fee it's needed. 0.000853. We had 99.9957. So from that, this amount of gas fee will be detected. I am clicking on confirm, and now the payment has been confirmed. Now, when we click on get balance, we see that the amount is 300. Now, if I want to withdraw some amount, I'll just write the amount. I'll click on withdraw balance. It automatically invokes Metamask. Now this much amount of gas fee will be deducted again. I'm clicking on confirm. Now again this transaction is done. I'm clicking on get balance to know how much balance has been deducted. Now you earlier had 300. After removing withdrawing 200 amount, we are left with 100. So this is our first Solidity program. And after checking on MetaMask wallet, how much is left? Let's see how much is left. We can see that it has been decreased to 43. So this is not real Ethereum. This is just for testing, which has been provided by Ganache. So this is it will also automatically update to 99.99 after a few minutes. So this was my presentation for the first Solidity program using our personal blockchain and Ganache. So thank you everyone. Nice to meet you all.